Boom. Here we go on another topic. When I keep doing these opinion pieces, I decided, seen a lot of, controversy. There was a post again this week, issued by WAF. And I think, well, I'm going to show it. I'm going to put it on the screen here in a second. But, I'm thinking my reaction at first might have been a little overboard. When you see it was a letter basically saying that, well, it was basically saying that you have to compete at WAF registered events or else, right? I mean, that's how I read it. I mean, I'm going to load it in a second. We'll quickly go over it and then we'll decide. Well, it might help me decide because, I do have a little bit of a voice and, I'd like to clear my opinion on it because at first, whenever I read something like that, because I live here in North America, it's almost offensive reading a letter like that. But I don't know. Thinking about it now and looking at it, I'm not sure if it totally applies to us here in North America, and if we should even be concerned or threatened by it. So, basically, I'm going to load this. Well, I'm going to try to anyway. Load this thing. Duplicate. How do you do it? If I even know how to do it. Delete. Delete. I'm going to try to bring up this here. Paste, rename. Of course, I can't even figure out my own thing here. Add a scene. Oh, I got it now. I got it now. Media. So there we go. Let's see if we can add this. Boom. Now, hopefully this is recording and you can see it. Want to let me zoom in? No. Of course, my eyes are bad. Let me see. Informative notice. The World Arm Wrestling Federation, WAF, hereby informs all athletes, coaches, referees, officials, organizers, and member federations that any international, national, professional, commercial, or any other event organized outside the official WAF structure must receive prior approval from the respective National Arm Wrestling Federation recognized by WAF. In countries where there is no official recognition, no recognized national federation affiliated with WAF, such approval must be obtained from the respective continental federation recognized by WAF. See, this is where I get kind of confused, right? Because I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means really. All approved events are required to fully comply with WAF rules and the regulations of the respective national or continental federation. This includes the strict prohibition of participation by any athlete, referee, coach, team representative, organizer, or official currently serving a suspension or disciplinary sanction imposed by WAF or by a WAF recognized federation. So that just sounds like if you, so this is where, I break it down. So if you're running an event and you bring in WAF, suspended WAF people, basically WAF's going to suspend your organization from using WAF competitors. That's what I'm pretty sure that means. Participation in events that have been officially approved by the representative WAF member federation, or where applicable, the respective continental federation is strictly prohibited in any capacity. Any person participating in such unauthorized events may be subject to disciplinary action in accordance with WAF regulations, including suspension from all WAF activities and competitions for a period of up to 4 years. WAF strongly encourages all athletes and officials to verify the official status of competitions with their national federation or continental federation. Bef- what's it say? Sorry. Oh, believe participating in any event. So this is where I got confused a couple times because when you read this, it's just like it seems just like an iron fist thing, and I could be wrong, but it sounds like you're to participate in only WAF, um, like WAF approved events, and if you compete in an event that's not sanctioned by WAF, you could get disciplined. Now, I could be totally wrong. Um, but I think the whole point of this and why I'm putting it up is really WAF doesn't really have any kind of sorry about my phone's going off. WAF doesn't really have any kind of power over North America anyway. So, when I look at this, I mean, unless you're trying to go to WAF, um, I don't think any of this applies to anybody. I think it's the same as it was before. Um, I mean, if you want to participate at WAF or you want to run good events and use WAF athletes, sounds like you're going to have to obey this. Um, I know that if you run an event and you don't fill out a form stating which WAF competitors are competing in the event, they will ban you afterwards, and it can put disciplinary action on the athletes. So I will say this: if you're running events, guys, and you do invite people from that are WAF athletes, make sure that you fill out the appropriate form. Um, let me see if I can get this down here. I don't know what I did. Oh, here we go. We can remove that now because I read it all. But I mean, I don't know. Should this letter even be issued to North America? Is it really offensive? I know my opinion is I don't like any iron fist thing, and it's in my blood to rebel any kind of dictatorship. But that's me, right? So that's just my opinion. So, and I don't know if I'll ever even go to WAF Worlds. Like, I'm going to try to qualify for the one in Ottawa, but I'm realistic. I don't know if I can. I think it's the top two that get to go. So maybe I'll qualify, but probably with the way I've talked about it, maybe they're banning me already. I don't know, but and I know that I heavily support East versus West, and I think that they honor the WAF system. So I have to respect that too. So it's tough. So my personal opinions, I mean, I kind of contradict my own personal opinions a little bit, which is kind of shitty. And I think it's shitty that people have to do that. Like, we shouldn't have to think about this kind of stuff. But this whole thing right now is just so I can see your comments, your thoughts. And it's not, I'm not doing this to actually get malicious or crazy comments or anything. I just want to know um, if I'm wrong in my interpretation of the letter and where everyone stands. That, like, does it matter to us? Like, does it really matter here in North America? I don't know. I don't know. You let me know. Put it in the chat. Let me know. I think that when letters come up like this, all it does is kind of put divides in the community, because you do got those guys that would like to see it in the Olympics one day, and you got the guys that want to compete at Worlds, right? So they're going to be probably on board with this dictatorship shit. I'm just naturally prone to repel dictatorships, so I just can't help it. It's in my blood. So, but I don't hate anybody that does side with it. If your ambitions and your goals follow that path where you need to honor whatever this letter means, I have nothing against you at all. And I don't blame you. But just my personal position is I think they need to stop segregating us. Stop trying to divide us. This arm wrestling community has come together so beautifully since the pandemic. I'll say we've actually become closer. You know what I mean? There's less red tape, I thought, and there's less division in our community. We're actually just loving each other, and you know what I mean. Let's just be an arm wrestling community. Let's support everybody. Let's not put red lines in the sand, and we need to just erase all that shit and just come together and realize we just all love arm wrestling. And whatever we choose, right? Like, just a personal thing. Our paths are all different or whatever, but at the end of the day, I hate it when I see feuding amongst arm wrestlers over politics. There should be no politics in arm wrestling. It was just like we just had that instance where we had some athletes and they got a white nothing for their flag beside their name. I don't think that's right. We need to keep politics out of arm wrestling. Um, there's just enough division. So, anyway, let me hear your thoughts, your comments. I want to start bringing up when the issues come up in the community. I'd like to just do a little video. You get an idea where I stand. But at the same time, if you don't stand in my opinion, I can respect it. And maybe my opinion can be changed based on the opinions of you guys. I don't know, right? I'm open to debate. I mean, I'm that type of guy, right? My opinions always can be altered. I think the more we talk about things, and the better. But we should respect each other, right? We're all arm wrestlers. You know what I mean? No more lines in the sand. Let's just get rid of them, right? Let's talk about these issues, get it off our chest, maybe get a better understanding. Might change some views, who knows? And I'll run a poll on this, right? And just see. I might do one of these every week or two. Well, it will depend if there's controversy. If there's controversy, we'll talk about it. But you know, I think it's important. And if someone doesn't like me about my opinions, well, that sucks, right? But I still like you. If you're an arm wrestler, there's a lot of love coming from me. I just love this sport, and I think we need to do our best to just stick together and not divide. And politics, let's just keep that at arm wrestling, right? We should be no politics, right? But anyway, thanks for hearing me out, and can't wait to see your comments. And I'll put up the poll, and we'll see where the poll goes. But thanks for your time. And we got a podcast tonight, 6 p.m. Gonna start getting guys on from our Through the Fingers ranking event. We got 15 super matches. So this next week and a half is going to be a lot of podcasts, just getting the athletes on, talking about the matches, trying to get some hype behind this event, because there's some banger matches. 15 amazing matches that will be live streamed. It's going to be awesome. May 29th, the event runs from May 29th to May 31st. We got the super matches Friday night, 15 of them. It's going to be amazing. We got the rankings event Saturday. The whole rankings will be based off the first event. That will start the ranking system. There's no borders. You can be from anywhere in the world and be on the rankings. You compete in the league, you get ranked in the league. That's the way this league's going, separate from everything. So just about coming together, having fun, putting our arms on the table, and not being able to wipe our ass the next day. So, but anyway, take care.